Hey everyone. Okay. So, oh my gosh, to be back with PL. Whew, you guys, it's going to be a long video. It's going to be a long video. I promise it's going to be a long one. We are using Chamel's Star Shine. Okay, I have so much to tell you. So much to tell you. So let's get started. I did not embellish the heck out of this, so it might be a long video. Now that I think about it, it might not, because I did not go to town on embellishing. This is my first time back, really, because the last PL video that I did, you know, whatever, a month ago or so, it had been 3/4 of the way done, and I came home and I was like, okay, so trying to find our new normal, right? So that's what we're doing. And Amy, my friend, who I didn't know, watched my videos, and there's a few women on there that I don't know how I know them. On my Facebook, I should start from the beginning. On my Facebook, who I don't know how I know them. I don't know if it was through Stampin' Up! Or my YouTube, because now I don't accept anybody into my Facebook anymore. I don't accept any more friend requests for that. Let's get started, because I am too controversial, and I lose too many people as friends, and which they're really not, right? Yeah. So anyways, I don't accept people in my life anymore unless I know them personally, on my Facebook anyways. You have my email, so you can converse with me that way if you so choose. But yeah, I decided a couple of years ago not to do it anymore, and yeah, and so I just don't. My glue worked last time, didn't it? So let's see, technical difficulties here. Let's see what glue I can get to work. Let's see, guys. Okay, I might have to pause. I'm gonna have to pause. Hold on. Okay, sorry, all my glue has dried up. So, and then it's actually kind of weird, because I have my Bearly glue, and it looks like it has mold in it. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen anything like this before? Does it look like mold to you? Let's see if it... Does that look like mold? I was like tripping out on this one. I'm like, I think that's mold. I'm not sure. That's weird, huh? Anyways. Okay, so yeah, I am now back full time. And my friend Amy, she private messaged me the other day, and she just told me that my videos are inspiring and stuff, and I just thought that was so cute, and so, like, I was so touched. I was touched, and I told Tim, I go, you know what, I miss PL. I miss my PL. I miss, I just don't want to do haul videos, because, as fun as they are, they're still just haul videos. They're not actually like crafting, and I'm not getting my craft on, and I really don't like that. And so, but it has been 3 months since we've been back home. Yeah, it's been exactly 3 months since we've been back home. Tim is getting better and better every day. And if you don't know, my husband had a stroke on June 7th. And that's Talwyn and Dory. And he is getting better. And I love it. And he works his butt off. But we are busy. We have therapies. Our days are swamped. And but for the next 2 weeks, we kind of have a less busy schedule. We actually have a little bit of an easier one. And it was like perfect timing with her messaging me that, and me going, you know what, I actually miss it. And there's been, a little bit of drama here. It's a little bit of drama. And my mental health has been in the toilet. And so it's been hard, you guys. It's been hard. And I put this because, okay, let me tell you real quick what happened to Anvil. This is Anvil. We have only one ramp now. Remember, I think if you've been with me a long time, you know we had 2 ramps and we had a bed extension for the dogs. Now we only have 1 ramp, and that's my new sewing machine that I got in June and got set up a couple months ago. And so she does not like getting off the bed unless she wants to get off the bed. So that's what I wrote there. That's a little from Pink Fresh Studio. And so I was like, she has to go into the living room. When we leave the house, she has to go into the living room because she is, her and Talwyn, which is her daughter, this little pain in the butts. They are kind of awful. They really are awful. Yeah. Oh, yes. Anyways, so they are a handful. So they can't be trusted anymore roaming the house. So there's a lot of things that happen when we were in the, away from home for a while. And one of them is that my son-in-law made it where they have to actually live in the living room when we're not home. And so we have a gate and everything else. So that's the new normal for us. They have to go and be contained. It's just, it has to be. It just has to be. And so she didn't want to go because she wanted to stay in bed. It was early in the morning and she was just like, nah, I'm good. That's how she was. Nah. You can tell that's exactly what she said too. Nah, I'm good. And so I was like, come on, Annabelle, you gotta go. So I grabbed her, and she does the fainting goat. She is like a complete fainting goat bulldog. So I grabbed her by her arms, and then I'm pulling her down the ramp, and then I was like, she does not want to go. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you go. And so she slid down the ramp. I watched her because I could have caught her and everything else if she was going to topple off either side. But she slid all the way down the ramp, and that's where she laid for a good minute. And I was like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go. So you have to get your butt up. So I made her get her butt up. But that's the picture. Okay, and let me tell you guys, this is going to be week 1 and 2 because I went to print out my pictures. I'm all over the place. You're going to have to forgive me. So this is week 1 and 2 because when I went to go look at my pictures, I had nothing for week 1. Like, I had nothing. And usually, I'm all about pictures. And I didn't have anything. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to combine 1 and 2. And, that's how the cookie crumbles, right? So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I got to do what I got to do. So this is week 1 and 2 of this year. And so that led me to other things where I was like, you know what? I need to... So my friend... She private messaged me, she told me this, and then I started talking to Tim, and I said, you know what? I'm going back to how this all started. And I said, so we went back to eating organic, and my friend has an organic bakery here, and so I got all my organic bread and all that stuff, and she gifted me almost all that for free, and it was just so sweet. This was a week of gifts, a lot of gifts, and so it was really nice. And so she says, so I talked to Tim and I said, you know what, if this is important to me, I got to make time for it. And now that, we had to find our new normal, right? Because our lives are completely changed. And so I am a full-time caregiver and, it's different. And so, and there's just me. And so, so then I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to get up about 6 or 7 in the morning on the days that we don't have anything to do, where we don't have to get up and leave the house. I'll get up about 6 or 7 and I can play because Tim doesn't get up till about 10 on those days when we don't have to do anything because he gets really tired. He gets really tired, and they tell you when you have a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury, that you need to sleep. That sleeping is the best thing. So I'm going to write in all this stuff after the fact. But my friend bought us a portable plug-in heater, and it's just this little wall heater, and so that's so sweet of her. We're having financial troubles, really big financial troubles, and it's because my husband can't retire. We're trying to get workman's comp for this injury, and so we're trying for that. And there's just a lot going on, you guys, but we're having, you know, a little bit of troubles. And so so that means that we yeah, we're a little bit hurting. And I got my PG&E bill because Tim's on a big time blood thinners, and and he's always cold, and our house gets really, really cold. And so so our PG&E bill for us to pay this month is $689. So yeah, it's a lot of money. And so I can't turn on the heater all day, so I end up bundling him up and putting jackets and blankets on him and stuff. And so I am one to air my personal business on Facebook, because it's my personal Facebook and it's on private. So I air my troubles. And so I had a friend, this is our front yard, and one of the firefighters came and mowed our lawn, and it was so nice. So I'll be putting that on there too. So it was a week of gifts. It came over, mowed our lawn. We got a plug-in, no, it's not portable, plug-in heater. It's just this little bitty thing. It's really cute. And then I bought bread, and then my friend gave me more bread. And then my dad sent us a puzzle, because Tim and I do puzzles. We are really into puzzling. And it's good for it because he does his right hand, and he uses his right hand, which that's his right side was affected. And so that's part of his OT, and it's part of his, you know, mind, to heal his mind also. And so that's what we do, and we have fun. And so my dad bought us a puzzle, and really, really sweet. So so it was a week of gifts, and it was so sweet. And yeah, and I appreciate it so much. So yeah, we just have really good friends, really, really good friends. And it's been an emotional week. Last week was really emotional. The last while has been. But this is my husband. Look at, he's doing squats. Is that not amazing? He is totally doing squats. And so this right here, I know that it makes people curious, but it's a gait belt. Especially if you don't know, it's a gait belt. And it makes it where I can hold on to him. And so, in fact, that's what saved him when we were in Craig Hospital when he fell. And and we were walking down the hallway, and he started falling. I had his gait belt though, and so when he was falling, I had his gait belt, and I grabbed him. And you know, you find your strength when you need to. And so I gently laid him on the ground. He didn't go boom, he didn't hurt himself, nothing like that. And I think I told you guys that before, but I gently laid him on the ground, and it's all because the gait belt. So they recommend that you don't, when you have someone who has a TBI and is not stable on their feet, that anybody, if you have MS or, you know, Parkinson's or any of that stuff, you know, they're not stable, you wear one, and that way you have somebody who can catch you. And so we don't do anything without that because of our experience of him falling. And yeah, so it's a good thing. And then this week, well, it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because this is the second week. We're on our third week. So I'll be peeling. So that was another thing too, is that I will be peeling full time now. So I'll be getting up at 6 and 7. And I have the last 2 days. This took me 2 days to do, you guys. It took me 2 days. So Saturday and Sunday I got up, but it was not at 6 in the morning, because I'll tell you, that was really high hopes for me, but it didn't work out. And so, but I did wake up at 7, and I started peeling, and Tim was sleeping. That's the only time I'll leave him, is when he's sleeping. And because you guys have seen my room, my bedroom's over here, and my main craft room is over here. So it's way over here. So, yeah. But my husband's verbal and all that stuff, so he can, and then he texts me and lets me know if he needs anything, or, you know, if anything's happening. But he's usually just sleeping, so it's okay. But he, so I ended up peeling for 2 mornings in a row, you guys, and talk about my heart just in love. My heart was like smiling again. My heart was so free, and just like, this is my passion, and this is my zen. This is everything to me. My pictures, my stories, my weekly stories and pictures is my life. And so, yeah, so I decided this is me time. This is what I need. And the sacrifice, of course, is waking up early and doing it, you know, because I do a lot during the day, and so I'm tired. And so this was Cheyenne and Tim and I. We, in our next town over, so we have to go to another town, which is 30 minutes away from us, we went to our first stroke survivor meeting, because Tim has not been feeling very light. He has been depressed, and he just doesn't feel like he's getting anywhere. I mean, this guy's a fireman, right? And so you're not, and he's been working since he was 13 years old. So for him to feel like he's not getting anywhere, he's not doing any better, it just weighed heavily on him. And so I said, you know what, it's time for us to find a meeting. Our OT was telling us about, you know, like, they have a lot of stroke survivor meetings around here, but they're not in our town, and that sucks, you know. So we have to always leave our town to do anything, to get, you know, like, we have to leave our town to go to Costco, to Walmart. We don't have it in our town, even though our town is huge. And so it does suck. And so to go to these meetings, and then you get stuck, and we're only a 2-lane highway in and out on all directions. Every direction that we have, north, west, south, east, 2 lanes, one going, one coming. And so, and you have everybody who commutes to San Jose, the Bay Area, and in our town is like called a bedroom town, I guess. And so everybody comes in and out. Well, our traffic is horrendous. Our traffic is horrendous. And so you have to leave by a certain time, and or else you're stuck. You're stuck for 2 hours. For a 30-minute ride, you're stuck for 2 hours. So when we went to our first meeting, it was this like, okay, you know, they were going a little bit later and later, and it's like, oh my gosh, we gotta go, because, you know, we'll get stuck in traffic. And so that, you know, that was stinky. But we went, and you guys, we felt so much, all 3 of us felt so much lighter and so rejuvenated when we left there, that it was amazing, and it was so worth going to. Well, it was so worth going to. This is one of the puzzles we got done. It was so worth going to that Cheyenne and I, we decided that we are going to start a stroke survivor support group in our own town. And so we worked our butts off, and we found a building. We found someone who would take us, and we have our first meeting here in our town on Tuesday. We don't know if anyone's coming. We don't know how, you know, we don't know anything, but we do know that it's needed. There are so many strokes, and until you experience this and live in this, you know, live this, you don't realize how many people there are. And it's kind of, you know, interesting too, is the fact that my husband, he is a fireman, and he gets the alerts on his phone on calls. Well, these calls, you know, since he's had his collapse, there at least weekly there are stroke calls. And there was one yesterday, and I'm telling you guys, it's weekly on how many people have strokes. And it's sad. And a lot of people can't drive out of town. They don't want to drive out of town. See, I'm even bundling the dogs up because we just can't turn on the heater. And so we bundle. Ash has been cold, and so we put jackets on him. He's the only one who's been cold. And he's getting older, that's all. And so, yeah. So, yeah. So it's pretty cool. And because we were just so like overwhelmed with the stories and the different symptoms of stroke survivors, of who had more extreme, who had more middle, who had the left and the right. You know, Tim is the right, so his left side of his brain had the brain bleed. And then you have, you know, the other people who had, you know, the right side, who their left side is affected. And it's just, you know, it's just amazing how you can all have like a stroke, but it affects you so differently. We watched the Jamie Foxx. We didn't know anything about Jamie Foxx. We didn't know Sharon Stone had a stroke until we went to this meeting, and everyone's saying, yeah, you need to watch the stories. And Jamie Foxx just, you know, posted his, and that he had a stroke, and they kept him out of the spotlight for a year. And look at, he's back to acting, and he's back to, and he couldn't walk, and it was just like so inspiring, and so it was great. And then I guess that Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones, she's so young, and she had 2 strokes. So this is Tim's second pedicure. So I am not, because I bite my nails, I don't know how to clip nails. I don't know how to do all that, and it scares me to death because Tim's on strong blood thinners. It scares me like nobody's business to clip him too close and make him bleed. Oh my gosh, you guys, that freaks me out. So and then he also got a lymphatic massage. My Tim's sister-in-law and brother paid to have, you know, like I said, we're having a little bit of difficulties right now, but paid for him to have a pedicure and a massage. And it was his first massage, and it was amazing. So it was really cute, because he's not a big massage guy at all. And so he's kind of at my mercy, because I'm like, yeah, you need to go get one. And so yeah, and he's still a good sport, you know. He's still Tim. He's just, you know, he's bent but not broken. And that's what I've always said about, since his collapse, he's always been bent but not broken. So he's good. He will recover. He will be good. It's just, you know, it takes a while. It does. It takes a while, but I see improvements every dang day, you guys. Every dang day I see improvements. And yeah, so he's doing wonderfully. He really is. And he's got this. He just has to believe in himself. And I think he's getting there. Honestly, I think he's getting there. So, and this meeting was, you know, really, really good for him. So yeah, the stroke survivor meeting. So I think that really helped big time. So I'm glad we went. And yeah, I'm looking forward to, I just don't know if anyone's going to come. So we're kind of really nervous about that. But, you know, if not, we'll try for next month. Because it's going to be every second Tuesday of the month. So this was a puzzle Tim and I did. And it's a 1990s. It was so hard. It was so hard. We did 3 puzzles. And you'll see these 2 and then one more that we just did this week. So hard. We were like, what in the world is going on? We were like tripping out because we're like, is it us? What is happening? But yeah, us2 had a problem with these 3. And I was like, oh my goodness. So we laughed, and, you know, but yeah, it's just pretty funny. But we really love the puzzles. I think we're going to take a break and do some diamond painting though. So yeah. And then I bought him this in December, his jacket, the cozy jacket, because like I said, we can't turn on the heater. And so we can only turn it on, you know, certain times of the day. And so I bought him this cozy jacket from Costco for $20, and it was amazing, and he loves it, and it's so warm for him, so which is good. But yeah, I'm just life is tough right now, but you know what, we're alive, and we're not gonna take anything for granted, so we're good. We'll be good. Things will work out for us, I'm sure. I mean, we're good people, so we're not, you know, crappy people, so I think it'll be fine. I think everything will work out. But it's just the hardships, you know, that happen for now are just really hard. So really, really hard. But it'll get better. I know it will. And as long as we're alive and we're healthy It's okay. And you know what? He is healthy. He is healthy. Blood pressure's under control. We went back to eating organic because our... Oops, what happened here? What happened? Let me turn... Was it blurry for long, you guys? I hope not. I'm sorry about that. I didn't look up. I ended up getting really sick. The problem with me being the only caregiver is that we have found out is that when I'm sick, I can't take care of Tim. And it was hard. Cheyenne's going through some problems right now. So she doesn't live in the same town we do. And so I can't count on her. I mean, I could if I called her up and asked her, but I'm not going to bother her right now because she is going through some tough times. And, yeah, so I don't want to do that to her. But, I don't know if all this is straight or not, so it might be crooked. I'm sorry. But I'm going to put on here his first massage. But look, and then he made a funny face. Look at his funny face. He's such a brat. He always, I'll take a picture. I'm going to take a picture. And he's all blah. I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's such a brat. So we had been eating badly. We had been eating, you know, I have fibromyalgia and I have, I'm really, my nerves in my body can't handle processed food. It can't handle, you know, dyes. It can't handle natural flavors. It just doesn't, it doesn't agree with me. And it's pretty bad. It really is. And like, yeah, it's really bad. And, well, we had been eating badly since we came home. And then we decided we were going to go organic. So then we decided, oh, well, okay, there's no we, it was me. Let's eat all the bad food now because we're not going to have it again. And so, well, that led to a lot of stuff. Well, what ended up happening too is that we had a retreat. My mom and I had our quilt retreat. And so this was after Christmas. And so I ended up we went to Denny's, and this was the nail in the coffin for me. We went to Denny's and I had the banana caramel pancakes. And so caramel really does not agree with me because it has natural flavors. And so I ate it and I loved it. But I ate all of it, you guys. I mean, I seriously downed all of it. And well, that was on Saturday. And so on Sunday was the last day of the retreat, but I was so dizzy. I was so unbelievably dizzy that I was like, I'm not feeling very well. Well, then I went to the retreat, and then I ended up at the retreat puking my guts out. I puked my guts out so hard, and that started it. And so I said, I got to go home. So I went home because the fibromyalgia decided it was going to make me pay for all the food. And that's all it was. I wasn't sick like with the flu or COVID or any of that stuff. No, it was internal. It was, my body had enough. And so came home. Well, that morning before I went to the retreat on Sunday, because we had all the junk food on Saturday. That's when on Sunday morning I woke up. Before I left home, I puked my guts out. Then when we got to the retreat, I was dizzy and everything else, and I ended up puking my guts out, and I was like, oh man, I'm not feeling good at all. And so, yeah, and then I got home, and I told Tim, I'm not doing too well. And so, well, then it started coming out everywhere, you know, every orifice was just like done. And then my body, like literally, I told friends this. So Cordell bought me this puzzle for Christmas, and I'm going to Mod Podge it. It is pretty cool, huh? He bought me that puzzle. It's Maleficent. Love it. So I'm going to put on here too that Cordell bought it for me. So, okay, there we go. So my body literally had enough that I was tased, and that's how I'm describing it, because it's the only way I can describe it, because it was literally shock. My whole body went into shock. So I was being shocked for 24 hours, my whole body. I wanted to go to the hospital so bad. I needed some relief. I was moaning, you guys. I was moaning. I was in so much pain. I couldn't think. And I was just puking in, you know, the other end too. And it was horrible. And all I could do was when I got up, I got Tim some water. I got him some, you know, crackers. I got him some, you know, whatever snack foods we had. I was just giving it to him. But he can't get out of bed without my help. I couldn't get out of bed, you know, I couldn't help him. So he was stuck. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. But there was nothing I could do. I was moaning. I was in so much pain. I would have went to the hospital if I could have got up and got Tim dressed. And I couldn't. And it was for 24 hours. And it took me at least a week to recover after that. And so, but we were like, no, we got to go back to organic, because this is not the way to live. This is too much. It was way too much. It was too painful. It was horrible. It was the worst experience of my life, and one I never ever want to repeat again. And so, yeah, so it was pretty darn bad, you guys. It was so bad. I wanted to go to the hospital, because I just was like, just knock me out, do something, help me, you know, like, help me. And so yeah, so we decided to go organic. So January 1st, it just happened to be January 1st that it ended up happening, because it took me a while for me to get up. It took me a while for me to be able to think and to do things, because it wiped me out big time. And so this video is going to be really long. I think I'm going slow because that way I can talk to you guys. And so that was my first experience of being sick, and Tim being really dependent on me, and me not being able to help at all. And so, yeah, reality check is, whoa, you know, like, he only has me, and he was stuck. So I was like, oh man. Luckily, it was 24 hours for that miserable stuff. But after, I was still sick. But at least I was functional. But yeah, not a good experience. And then, you know, it doesn't help too that I've been under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And things have been, you know, really just awful around here. Just awful. And, you know, and the stress of not having money, the stress of not knowing how I'm going to pay my bills, you know, all that stuff. And I can't get help because my husband makes too much money, and he doesn't qualify for Medi-Cal. And so I can't get aid. I can't get caregiver benefits. Even though I'm a caregiver 24 hours, I can't get paid for it. Because around here you can, in California you can. And, you know, because it's working, right? Even though it's a family member, you still get paid. Well, I can't get anything. There's no help for me. So we're not suffering, but, you know, it sucks. It just sucks. And, but we're going to be fine. We're eventually, things will work out, and it'll be okay. But it's just the stress of it for right now. It just sucks, right? And so, yeah. So just a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff happening for me that I have to keep to myself and not tell Tim and things like that. And it's just, and I blew and I'm like, oh yeah, this is, so yeah, so it's been crazy. But this will be my new normal, you guys. Tonight I'm going to upload this video today or tonight, and then I am going to print out my pictures for week 3, and I'm going to play for the next 2 mornings, because next 2 mornings I can get up early and play, and I love it. And so I'm still going. I still have more to put on here. So yeah, so I get to I get to do another layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep up with 2025. But then I'm going to, if I, finish that layout in a couple days, and like I said, the next 2 weeks is a little bit more on the easier side. So because of that reason, I should finish this in a couple of days, the week 3, and then I'll start working on 2024. So I think it's 2024 that I have printed out. Or it could be 23 I have printed out. I'm not sure which year I have printed out right now, because I have a lot printed out that I did before Tim's collapse. So, because remember that whole, like, I'm behind, I'm behind, I'm behind. Well, now I should be able to do a little bit more, you guys, because I'm making this a priority. This is helping my mental health, because I noticed in the last 2 days that I have been a little bit more free and just happy, you know, just happy. And so I need this. So I'm going to make it a priority. And yeah, and so I should be able to do a little bit more, and I should be back a little bit more often with the PL videos. So hopefully you stick with me. Hopefully it's all good. Do you guys remember watching the video of this one? It's the collage books, Marry Me. So I cut her out. And so I put this on here. It's nice to be nice. And this isn't for me. This is because of people in my life who have been amazing. You know, I said, hey, I can pay $50 if somebody wants to, if someone can mow my lawn. And then I had one of the guys say, no, I'll just do it for free. You know, I'm just going to mow the lawn. And he did. And he brought his kids with him and he did it. So that was cool. Then I had, you know, my friend who knew that I was not able to, that we're all wearing jackets, you know. Let me put this on here while I talk to you guys. And so that we were all wearing jackets. It's old, so let's see if it comes off. And so she got that, you know. And then, you know, my friend who owns the bakery, you know, here I, you know, got a, I bought, you know, one bread, and she gave me so much more. And it was just, you know, just so sweet, just amazing. And generosity, you know. The generosity of my friends has been amazing. And yeah, it's just so grateful. You know, everyone who's donated, and you know, they asked for my Venmo, my PayPal, and you know, I have a friend who just lost her husband, and she's like, I know you're hurting, and you know, here's $100. And so she's all, it's not much. And I'm like, at this point, it's, you know, it is a lot, because you know, bills are adding up, and so everything helps. You know, $5 helps. I don't, you know, and you give from your heart, so that's, you know, amazing and generous. And you know, not many people do, and it's just so sweet. And you just, you know, I'm just very, very grateful for the friends who have been helping, you know. And even kind words have been amazing, you know, and that is helpful too, because you know, kind words, you know, that it matters. You know, like Amy, like I said, my friend Amy, you know, just reaching out and telling me how she, you know, my videos and stuff. And it just, all of that helps, you guys. It just helps my mental health. It helps make me inspired to want to do this, to come back and do the PL videos, and to, you know, try and make it work and stuff like that. So, you know, that, it just, all of it. It's just very, very grateful. Just I have amazing friends. I really do. So every little bit helps, and it's been great. So what do you think? Do you guys like it? I loved it. I loved it. I do. And then look at my husband's smile. His smile just brightens up my day too, because, you know, I need it. I need to know that he's okay, and I know we'll be okay. It's just going to take a little bit of, you know, a couple months for us to get adjusted, and, you know, a little bit of things under our belt. So, but we're doing well. We're doing well. We're healthy. Like I said, we're okay. So, I don't know who made any comments for the last videos, or else I would shout you out. But it's a new year. It's a new PL for me, so please give me grace. Whoever leaves comments here, I will make sure to shout you out next video, and I appreciate you. Don't think I don't, and I do appreciate every single comment that I read. Not on my sewing room tour, those people are just haters, but my PL videos, I love you guys. Thank you so much. So, I love everybody who leaves a nice comment, because you know what? Kindness does matter. Kindness makes somebody's day. Kindness can change someone's day, and it matters. And instead of telling me to get rid of all my craft supplies because I have too much and I don't need it, why not just say nothing and scroll on by? instead of telling me that I'm a hoarder, you know, and I gave you anxiety, just keep going on by, you know, just kindness. You don't know what I'm going through, but I'm going through a lot. And just saying hi, just saying I love this video, just saying I love your husband's smile, any of that stuff would make my day, and would make my day just a little bit better. It really would. And I appreciate you guys who do. I appreciate you guys for staying with me. Because I know some of you don't even watch haul videos. I know some of you don't even care about my quilting, but you stayed for the PL. And it's been a long, long time, and I appreciate you. I will be back more often. I promise you that. And this is a really, really long video. I'm so sorry, but thank you. Just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for, you know, monetizing my videos. You know, it matters. It just matters. Kindness. I could give you all hugs right now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big hugs, everyone. Big hugs, big love. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you all later, okay? I'll see you all pretty soon. This will be a priority, I promise. Guys, take care. Bye.